or an offering. So there you go. Collection divides by 3 and pure threes. And 15 is one of God's favorite. There's 15 of these guys. 15 is one of God's favorite numbers to glorify the number 3. It's the same value as O. So the more you look, the more you see for the number 3. There you go. Ferrero Rocher equals 8 times the 8th prime. Beautiful. I'm going to lay this aside here. So we solve Ferrero Rocher. Let's pick it up a notch here. Oh, I promised. Oh, yeah. Cadbury, the entire company. Cadbury equals Jesus, equals Messiah, equals cross, equals gospel, equals the king. So Jesus takes the glory for all of Cadbury. And then toffee and clusters both divide by 3. You can do the math yourself. Clusters and toffee divide by 3, so toffee clusters divides by 3. Solve that one. Oh, my. I'm going to pick it up a notch here. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Let's solve the Hershey. This is what I was referring to, mini turtles. But let's solve Hershey because it's been around for over 100 years, since 1894. Hershey's. Well, how does that one get solved? What does Hershey add to? 18 plus 27 is 45, plus 10 is 55. Oh my. Hershey adds to 88. Bam! That's easy done. Easy does it. Hershey, the same value as Walmart. The same value as the designer of the Nike logo, Carolyn Davidson. Her first name equals 88, her last name equals 88. Now you know why the Nike logo is the most famous logo in world history, basically. It's because the designer, her first and last name both equal 88. So when we come along and do the math on Hershey, and that adds to 88 perfectly, starting with the letter H, which is 8. Hello. Who takes the glory for Hershey? Jesus equals 8 at 8. And in fact, there's 2 H's. You know, like Wheel of Fortune? Yes, there are 2 H's. H equals 8, okay? And then you get multiples of 8 screaming out at you. Then you got an ES, which is 888, so you got 8, 888, okay? Another 8 here. And in fact, you've got multiple options for the 888s because you got 2 ES's embedded in this glory fest. And then the Y and the E and the R make 48. That's insanely genius. So you got 48 plus 40. Just pure 8s in this thing. 48 plus 24, 888, plus 8, 8 again for the H's. It's screaming out 8 because Jesus equals 8 at 8. So there you go. We solved the entire Hershey company. Now one of my personal favorites from Nestle now is, and I want to highlight a couple of gems off these. New and Nouveau both divide by 3 in English and in French. Mini, everywhere you see it, divides by 3. Now you know why that word mini sells so well. It's that simple. God likes it. It glorifies Him mathematically. It screams out the number 3. It's so beautiful. An M and an M make 27, the perfect cube of 3. 3 times 9, and then I is 9. So you got 999 plus 9 plus 9. And God is screamingly happy because 9 is like His favorite number to glorify Himself. Because whenever God talks, He starts with the word I. I am going to do this. I am the Lord. That is my name. God always talks about Himself. That's why I is His favorite. So I is 3 times 3, 9. And you got 2 of them. And then the M and the N knit together, 13 plus 14, make 27, which is 999. So literally in the word mini, you've got 999 plus 9 plus 9. Embedded in one word, mini, starting with the letter M, which is 13, glorifies the number 3 by itself. So mini. 9, 9, 999. That's a quintuplet of 9s. That equals 45. To the glory of the Triune God, who is 3 people. So now you know why everyone loves the word mini, and marketing loves the word mini. And it just seems like everyone's making mini everything now. Like I'm disturbed at how many mini chocolates there are now. Like Score minis. I love Score. Score divides by 3. So a Score mini divides by 3. And then a turtle divides by 3. So a mini turtle divides by 3. And that's why I got both of these packages, to show you 2 examples of mini, which divides by 3, and a brand that divides by 3. And these are things that I love. Like, these chocolates have fit me like a glove since the dawn of time. Like, the first time I tried a turtle, I was like, yep, this is perfection for me. And then same with Score. I'm like, I can't get enough of these things. So, Score is 30 plus 33 is 63, a triple of 21s. That is too perfect for the number 3. 21 is a sevenfold set of 3s. Score adds to a triple of that. The first two letters knit together to make 30. O and R both divide by 3. It's like an acceleration of 3s, really. And then, of course, the word mini was 45. So a single score mini, of which I have partaken already, score was 63. Wow, divides by 9. And mini, and then the R on the end is, of course, double 9. And then mini is, oh, that's beautiful. The first three letters of, oh man, this is getting better. The first three letters of score, S-K-O, make 45, which is the same value as mini. Genius. So a single score mini is 63 plus 45, which is 108, which equals worship. So let's worship the living God right now by partaking of a single score mini to the glory of the Triune God. So a single score mini, which I'm about to pop in my mouth. Here it is. I now hold in my hand a single score mini. Score divides by 3, being exactly 63. And mini, of course, equals 45, both dividing by 9. So a single score mini is 63 plus 45, which equals 108, which equals worship. To the glory of the Triune God, I am now going to worship God by partaking of this fabulous gem known as a score mini. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Clinical perfection. And yes, the word clinical divides by 3 and the word perfection divides by 3. So clinical perfection divides by 3. Wow. And now let us partake of a mini turtle. Alright? Because turtle divides by 3 and mini divides by 3. Let's do the math on turtle first. I love the word turtle. Who does not love turtles? I don't think there's a single person on the planet that doesn't love green sea turtles and those cute humpback turtles and the little baby turtles. I mean, we've even got like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. People love turtles so much. But mini turtles, I don't think there's a person on the planet that doesn't like these things. Let's do the math on the word turtle because it's so good and everyone loves them so much. This is very beautiful. The word turtle is just so perfect for the number 3. It's ridiculous. It's exactly 6 letters, which is 3 plus 3. And 3 of those letters divide by 3. And 3 of them do not, but they knit together to make the multiple of 3. It's just a beautiful interweave. So the 3 letters that divide by 3 are the U, the R, and the L. 21 plus 18 plus 12. Okay? All divide by 3. The U and the R and the L. And they make 30 plus 21 is 51. Divides by 3. And then the T and the T and the E knit together to make 45. Divides by 3. So 45 plus 51 equals 96 in total. That is screamingly beautiful. For the number 3, 8, 12, and 24. 96 divides by 24, which is 8 times 3, 888. It's a quadruple of that. That's how awesome the word turtle is. Woo-wee! Doesn't this just make you want to dig in? And so a mini turtle is therefore 96 plus the word mini, which is of course 45, is therefore, sorry, I was just contemplating something mid-calculation. 96 plus 45 is 141, which is a 3-digit all-factor mirror number that divides by 3 perfectly. 141, 3 digits, 1, 2, 3. All factor 8, 1 and 4 and 1 being all factors of 8. Mirror number, boom. Number on the left is the same as the number on the right. It's just plain perfect. And 141, the famous 141, a mini turtle, 141, is 3 times the 15th prime. It's that good. 3 times 47, 47 is in terms of the 15th prime. And you know how good 15 is to glorify the number 3? It's 3 times 5, which is 3 times the 3rd prime. So this just hits it out of the park for the number 3, a mini turtle. So we're going to have to dig in. Oh, and they're also made by Nestle. What did Nestle add to? I keep forgetting. There's so many numbers through our head here. Wow, amazingly. I mean, Nestle is 6 letters, just like turtle. They're very similar. You even share a lot of the same letters. The famous word net, 39, plus 12, 51, plus 24, 75. So Nestle is 75, turtle is 96. So now you can go through the roof, right? you can refer to a Nestle mini turtle. So why don't we use the front of the package where the lettering is larger? A Nestle mini turtle, a single one. And then of course whenever you add the S on the end, that's the famous 19 superstar S effect. 8 prime glorifies 8 and 3 simultaneously. I could go on. And of course they are new and nouveau. New and nouveau both divide by 3 in English and French. I love giving you gems from other languages so you can see how God is at work in all languages. And that's divine that I was born in Canada and I currently live in Canada to be doing these gem hunts and revealing these things, because in Canada we have 2 languages everywhere. We have English and French, and that is by God's ordinance, so that we can be digging into multiple languages. So a Nestle mini turtle was 75 plus 45. Wow, that equals 120 perfectly. And then turtle on top of that is 96. So now everything's dividing by 24. So altogether, a Nestle mini turtle is going to be 120 plus 96 is the famous 216. Oof, that's so beautiful, it's painful. It's the same value as Elvis Aaron Presley's full birth name. As in Elvis Presley, the King. Who, by the way, sung gospel music more than any other type of music in his private life. And you need to watch the true Elvis story in a beautiful Christian movie, free online, called He Touched Me. The gospel music of Elvis Presley, and it will give you the truth behind the man. And yes, he received Jesus Christ during his life, and his favorite type of music to sing in private was always gospel music. And ordained by God, Elvis Presley, his full birth name adds to 216. That's 888, tripled and tripled again. It's 24 times 3 times 3. 8 times 3 times 3 times 3. 888, tripled and tripled again. If you imagine in your mind a tic-tac-toe grid, 3 by 3 grid, and fill each slot with 8s. Or actually no, fill each slot with 3 8s. 3 8, 3 8, 888, 888, 888, 888, 888, 888, 888. It's that loaded. Well, that's Elvis Presley's full birth name. And that's also what we just calculated, a Nestle mini turtle. 888, tripled and tripled again. So, having just done this for the first time in world history, and by the way, the first ingredient is sugar. And seeing as we're on the subject of all this stuff, sugar divides by 3. Why don't we just stop for half a second and solve the word sugar? It does not take long. It's got the famous word gas embedded in it, G-A-S. Those are the 3 letters that do not divide by 3. They add to 27, which is the perfect cube of 3. 3 times 3 times 3. That's how Jesus takes the glory for all the world's gases. Gas equals 27, the perfect cube of 3. 3 times 3 times 3. And then you add 21 to that, and then you get 48, and then you add another 18, and you get 66. Sugar adds to 66, glorifies the number 3. 6, D6 divides by 3, screams of the number 3. And of course ingredient divides by 3. And first divides by 3. And the divides by 3. So when you say the first ingredient, every word divides by 3 to the glory of the Triune God. And then sugar divides by 3. And on the glory comes. So let's partake. Remember the word partake divides by 3. Of a mini turtle, a Nestle mini turtle no less, to the glory of the Triune God. Ho, ho, ho. And I kid you not, folks, a proper study of this formula and these ingredients would reveal so many 3s coming at you, it would blow your mind. Like in terms of like the actual content, like nut, caramel, shell kind of thing. So here is a Nestle mini turtle. Every word divides by 3. Nestle divides by 3. Mini divides by 3. Turtle divides by 3. Together they add in total perfectly to the famous 216. 888, tripled and tripled again. The full birth name of Elvis Presley equaling that exact value. For the first time in world history we have solved this. Let's partake. Oh. Oh, yes! Clinical perfection! I have to go again. I cannot stop. Hallelujah. Wow. Clinical perfection. To the glory of the Triune God, round 3. Hallelujah. The more you eat, the more you sing. Hallelujah. 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 There you go. Wow. And of course, I should mention that God ordained chocolate to be brown because brown adds perfectly to 72, which is a triple of triple eights. So now you can add the word brown in front of a Nestle Mini Turtle. And you have a triple of triple eights for the word brown, and you have a triple of triple eights for Nestle Mini Turtle, and now you've got so many triple eights coming at you that you can't help singing your head off when you eat one of these things. So the glory of Jesus equals 8. And of course that grand total is then 288 perfectly. 3-digit all-factor 8 number divides by 8, 12, and 24, 7n plus 1, the whole gamut. And so a brown Nestle Mini Turtle. Sweet and salty. Beautiful. Interesting. Yeah. When you say sweet and salty, that divides by 3. Sweet is 72, a triple of triple eights. Sweet equals brown, by the way. Isn't that good? Sweet equals brown. Who knew? Well, God knew. Sweet and salty. When you say that, and that's to 19. That's plus 1. S is plus 1. Y is plus 1. This together make 21. Let's do the math. Sweet and salty. Let's solve this. 39, 40, 52. That's 26. 78. 72 plus 78. Wow. Sweet and salty, when you say it in full, adds to 150 perfectly. That is gorgeous for the number 3. Just plain gorgeous. Let's check out the French. Oh yeah. Wow. My goodness. So the word for sweet in French, sucré, divides by 3 as well, just like sweet. And the more you look, the more you see. 24 plus 24, man, 48 plus another 18, 66. There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemenos. I love turtles. And of course everyone loves the fabulous orange. Orange divides by 3. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about our harvest from the mini turtles. Man, that's a good one. I mean, the sweet and salty is a real boost on this flavor. Like, that really, I mean, I love the original turtles, but with this little extra touch of salt they're putting on it. See that little extra touch of salt they put on these things? Oh man, that's just hitting it. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And it's always, oh yeah, if you check out the pecans, that's the main nut in there. If you check out the oh yeah, a pecan divides by 3. The word pecan divides by 3, and when you go to the scientific official name for pecans, like the scientific name for it, you'll get so many 3s coming at you, it's ridiculous, but the word pecan is, oh my goodness, okay. We have to solve this, because pecans are what make turtles turtles. Really, that's the key item in them. The pecans. Well, look at how beautiful the word pecan is. And I'm going to pull up the old notepad here so that we can meditate on this and really worship God for this word pecan, because this is a perfect 3-fest word. You can do this any number of ways. Like you can put the P and the E together to make 21 multiple of 3, the A and the N together to make multiple of 3, 15. But the coolest way of all is doing it in perfect symmetry, where you have the C at the dead center equals 3, and he's flanked by an E and an A, which together make double 3, meaning the average value of each of them is 3. Pardon me while I write kind of off screen here. And then the P and the N make 30 on the bookends. And I'm purposely writing this in red and green and blue because RGB divides by 3 and red, green, blue divides by 3. I love doing things in 3s. So there's the official beauty in the mind of God for the word pecan by Divine Ordinance for the number 3. At dead center is C, which equals 3. He's flanked by the vowels A and E, which add to 6, double 3. So you got 3 times 3 in 3 letters just sitting, the word ace. Genius, right in the center. Now you know why we love saying an ace of any sort. A flying ace, whatever. Ace of spades. And then the P and the N make 30. Wow. This is the beauty of the word pecan. Total symmetry. Total symmetry. Beauty is symmetry. Just ask God, who made everything that is beautiful have two halves. Or at least two sides that balance in both directions. Like my face and your face. And my body and your body. Pecan adds to 39. Hallelujah. Pure threes, and with a 3 at dead center. You'll never see pecans the same ever again. You'll be like, man, I just want to like shovel those things in my mouth. It's like, they gotta be good for me. I need more 3s. Shovel the pecans. Shovel it in. And really, folks, you can shovel like any of this stuff in as long as you burn it off. That's all you have to do. Do like the kids do. Burn it off. Go for a run. Or stay for a run. Run around the house. You don't need to go for a run. It's about time people ran around their houses. We should come up with a new phrase called stay for a run. Stay for a run. You don't need to go for a run. Stay for a run. Just get funky around the house. Throw things at people. Have a pillow fight. Get the kids all riled up. There you go. So there you go. The famous pecan that has made the famous turtle what it is to this very day. So there you go. I'm very thrilled with that solution. Let's keep moving here. So, I kid you not, folks, we have just gotten through one. We have just worked our way through one of the 6 bags of Christmas merchandise that we picked up. So we just got through the first Superstore bag, and we are going to keep going because I insist on the full glory coming out here. So, put this back up here. Get back on track. This is going to be a long video, as I said. But that's the beauty of video. You can do whatever you want with it. You can download it, you can edit it, you can splice it, you can like... oh yeah, and I just wanted to talk briefly about dark chocolate. That's why I got this beauty. Because dark chocolate has, of course, a higher percentage of theobroma cacao. And so I'm going to stop, and I just want to quickly, on tape here, show you the scientific name for chocolate theobroma cacao so you can be inspired to get dark chocolate in your diet. Okay? And you want the dark chocolate because that has more of the theobroma cacao in it. An interesting tidbit from the oldest living person is that she would eat large amounts of chocolate each week, like some ridiculous amount, like a couple kilograms per week. But here it is. Here's the scientific name. Look it up on Wikipedia yourself. This is the official scientific name for chocolate. Theobroma cacao. This here literally means food of the gods. And once you understand that God is sovereign over world history, and you understand how big chocolate is worldwide, especially as it relates to love and gifts and romance and Christmas. I mean, there is more chocolate sold, produced, and consumed at Christmas in celebration of the birthday of Jesus than any other substance on earth. And when you can, and God is sovereign over world history. It's His story. So when you do the math on the scientific name of this stuff, theobroma cacao, chocolate, and this literally means, from the Greek, the food of the gods. Theo means God, broma means food. The food of the gods. Should you eat theobroma cacao in your diet? Should you be consuming it? Yes, you should. It's good for you. And, but do the math on it now, as I did. When I first did the math on this, I was so happy. I was running around outside, screaming my head off. In some empty track and field, some track just outside Walnut Grove Community Center at the high school, the place where I went to high school, Walnut Grove High School. I kid you not, I discovered the mathematical number for theobroma cacao while I was working on a laptop, while sleeping in my car because I had like no possessions, inside the Walnut Grove Community Center. I ran outside to the empty track. It was dark out. The stars were gorgeously overhead. I was basically all by myself on the track behind the high school, and I was walking around, laughing my heart out, singing my head off, and shouting praises to the God of heaven that we had just solved theobroma cacao equals 120. That's all the world's chocolate, because it doesn't matter what country it comes from, where you consume it. The official international scientific name for this stuff is right here. And it has one name, and it has one number, because God only has one chance to write this story of history for His own glory. Theobrommacaco adds perfectly to the famous 120, which is a 3-digit all-factor 8 number that divides by 8, 12, and 24 perfectly to the glory of Jesus equals 8 at 8. That's all the world's chocolate. All the world's chocolate. That means all of this stuff here. All of it. Theobrommacaco, all of it. And of course, this is just one tiny crystalline glimpse of a fraction of all the world's chocolate. Okay? But we are taking the glory for the names of everything. By taking the glory for the name, you take the glory for the whole package. Because no one can talk about Theobrommacaco without saying Theobrommacaco. And no one can talk about, you know, turtles without saying turtles. So, but now I want you to zoom in, because this is such a big part of the story. I mean, this is the root. You go to the root. Let's zoom in and appreciate the letters here. Well, the famous word "the" is right out at the beginning. 33 in 3 letters and 9 strokes. Pure threes, okay? That's followed by God's favorite letter to glorify the number 3, the famous O, which equals 15. R and O, again, both divide by 3. You can put this B with this A. What's really neat is you've got these 3 A's, kind of hopscotching. Why don't we just put them on the same team? Triple A. We talk about all sorts of triple A stuff. Well, 3 A's, of course, adds to 3. 111 adds to 3 perfectly. You got these 2 C's, and look what's left in Caco. Wow, 3, 3, 15. God's favorite letters to glorify the number 3. C, C, and O. 3, 3, and 15. Those are accounted for. And so all you have to do now is put together Mr. B with Mr. M to make another 15. So it's just loaded with 3's to the max. You literally have to understand that everything is maximum, and you just need to look at it long enough to appreciate the maximumness of it. So, and then another thing that I would like to point out is that the bookends beautifully make multiples of 3. If you take the T here at the front, put that together with the, ooh, this is getting really good actually. Put that together with the A, you get 21, 7-fold set of 3's. These letters, of course, divide by 3, so you get bookends here as well, making 18, 3 points less. And then you can put this H with this M to make another 21. Wow, that's a double bookending of 21. So the bookend, the first bookending here makes 21, 7-fold set of 3's. The inner bookending makes another 21, 7-fold set of 3's using totally different letters. You got all these beautiful letters that divide by 3. It's a 3 heaven. It's a 3 heaven in Theobrommacaco. And then you can also do it for the number 8, because it divides by 8. You can find the multiples of 8 and it'll blow your mind. To the glory of Jesus equals 8 at 8. So there you go. Theobrommacaco, that refers to all the world's chocolate. That's the glory of that name. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. That is bag number 1 from the Real Canadian Superstore. And yes, by the way, Superstore divides by 3 perfectly. Seeing as we're in the neighborhood, I'll let you solve the word Superstore by yourself. The S and the E, the bookends, make 24 triple 8, and you look at all the letters that divide by 3. The P and the E can knit together. P and E knit together. S and the T knit together. All the rest divide by 3. The bookends make 24 triple 8 by Divine Ordinance. So there's one bag. One bag solved. Let's pick up a notch. I'm going to mix it up here because I want to keep it interesting and I want to keep you fresh and alive. We're going to solve beef jerky right now. Who doesn't love beef jerky? I tell you, if you ever meet a hungry man anywhere, there's no way he would refuse beef jerky. If he's hungry and he's a man, he'll say yes to beef jerky. And all the men said amen. So beef divides by 3 and jerky divides by 3. Need we say any more? I'm happy. Should we dig in right now? Well, let's do a little more math. Beef jerky adds to 9, is 9 letters, divides by 3. What does it add to in total? So beef jerky, okay? Beef jerky. So beef is, of course, 18 points. 2 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6, 18 points. Jerky is 15 plus 18, 33. 33 plus 36 is 69. So 69 plus 18. Both dividing by 3, 69 plus 18 is 87, which divides by 3. And you can get more beautiful in how you look at that. Like, look at the phrase beef jerky. Can I get a close-up of this? The B at the front and the Y in the end make 27, the perfect cube of 3. And then the rest is just knitting together more 3's. So, and I like the fact that this is like jerk, like it's really big, you know, jerky. And then you can just call it jerky. Like there's other kinds of jerky beyond just beef. And so never forget the word jerky divides by 3. And this is really obvious. The R, dead center, divides by 3. And then JE divided by 3, KY divided by 3. It's all interwoven. So, oh my. Here's another bonus. Soft and tender both divide by 3. I mean, you want soft and tender beef jerky, man. Like, you don't want... So soft divides by 3 and tender divides by 3. And I believe there's something astonishing. Like, they're actually almost identical from what I recall. 39 plus 21 is 60 for soft. Wow, that's very expensive. The famous 60. So soft equals 60, divides by 3. And here's how that works. The S and the T make 39, the O and the F make 21, 60 for soft. And then tender is 39 plus 9 is 48 plus 18 is 66. So tender is 6 points higher. But it's all threes, soft and tender. Okay? And by the way, the word love differs from 6 points from love. Just amazing. Meat divides by 3, beef divides by 3, soft, tender divides by 3, jerky divides by 3. So there you go, beef jerky. So seeing as this is the, oh yeah, and this brand, let's solve the brand. Pico's Bill divides by 3. Who is this guy? Who is this dude on the cover of this jerky package? Well, his name is Pico's Bill. Do the math on that. That divides by 3. It adds to 21 plus 930, 54 plus 1872 plus another 21, 93. So Pico's Bill, that's this guy here, adds to 93. Jerky divides by 3. So this is 3 heaven. So now that we've solved it, let's dig in. Let's dig in, having just solved beef jerky to the glory of the Triune God. Let's grab a chunk of this and partake. I can't go halfway on this though. Oh man, I agree. They hit that brilliantly. They really hit that brilliantly. Absolutely fabulous. There you go. So we've officially solved all the world's beef jerky in this video. Okay. Wow. And by the way, Ziploc also divides by 3. You know the brand Ziploc? And 3 plus 3 letters. Okay. Because God loves bringing people together, and that's what a Ziploc does. Okay. So, what's next? You know what? I'm going to jump to one of my biggest favorites. Lindor. Lindor equals 72, or triple of triple eights. Well, actually no. While I was by the beef jerky section, I saw these guys. Spitz. Why are they called Spitz? Because Spitz divides by 3. Perfectly. The Z makes it divide by 3 brilliantly. I love these things. When we were playing baseball, oh man, T-ball, baseball, softball, hardball, you name it. This was the goods in the dugout. And Spitz is such a beautiful word for the glory of the Triune God. The I is the only letter that divides by 3. At dead center, that's flanked by TP, which is 36, a quadruple of 9. And then the S and the Z makes a quintuplet of 9. So it's literally this like flaming 9 fest. Remember I told you that I was like God's favorite word? Because he starts every single sentence with I. He says, I am the Lord. I am that I am. I love you. I am going to do this, Derek. I am your Father. I love Jesus. I. God always talks about himself because there's no one greater. So I is his favorite word. Well, I is 9, which is 3 times 3. Because God is 3 persons. He's 3 people. Okay? The God who made you is 3 people. God the Father, Jesus Christ the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And you do not go to heaven without confessing that Jesus Christ is God by the Holy Ghost. So literally, you don't go to heaven And our children in our schools are not going to heaven unless they are instructed that God is three people. And how are they going to know that? Unless they're given the Bible by teachers that themselves were instructed in all this truth. But I'm here to lay out the whole glory of the whole world, of everything in world history. Okay, so look at how beautiful this Spitz is. So 9 at dead center. P plus T is 16 plus 20, that's 36. And then S plus Z is 45. Well, wait a second, that's pure multiples of 9 in total symmetry from the inside out. Genius, because God is perfect. So I is 9, this is quadruple 9, 36, and this is a quintuplet of 9. So literally 9, 9 times 4, 9 times 5. Are you kidding me? No, God is not kidding you. So altogether that adds to 9 times 10, which is 90, bang on the nose. And remember, the word king in Hebrew equals 90. It's all for the number 3. The word king in Hebrew, composed of 3 letters, melech, 1, 2, 3. 40 plus 30 plus 20, based around the central 30. It's all for the number 3. 40 plus 30 plus 20. Melech, king in Hebrew, because God is 3 people. 90 is king for the number 3, and so we do the math on Spitz and say, yep, there's the 90. Triune God at work again, taking the glory for everything in the universe. Of course, and that's just one way you can do it. You can put the S and the T together, but I like the symmetry. So 9, quadruple 9, quintuplet of 9, together makes 10 9s. That's 90 perfectly in the brand Spitz. In the brand Spitz. Like, this is the stuff that they chew at the dugouts, and it adds to 90 perfectly. So now that we've solved Spitz to the glory of the Triune God, let's partake. Oh, there's a little nice zipper at the top. Remember the word zip, divided by 3. And all these things, as I mentioned, folks, have Ziploc technology. And it's called Ziploc. I want to spell out Ziploc for you here, because it seems to be the most common mechanism on all these products. Ziploc. Why is it called Ziploc? You know why. Because it's 3 letters here, 3 letters here. They're all divided by 3. Zip. Everyone's favorite word. 42 plus 9 is 51, divides by 3. And lock is 30 perfectly. Well, glory of glories, both of those divide by 3, and together they make 81, which is, of course, the famous pure 3s. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So that's why it's called Ziploc. It's because it adds to 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Because God is 3 people and God is sovereign. Ziploc. Done. We've just solved every single Ziploc bag or package in the history of the universe. By the way, the word Velcro divides by 3 by Divine Ordinance. And the word zipper divides by 3 by Divine Ordinance. Because everything that brings things together bears the number 3. Because 3 is the number of love, the number of unity. Seriously, the word tape divides by 3. The word pin, the word nail, duct tape. It gets really specific. It's really awesome. Glue divides by 3. And on it goes. Cement divides by 3. Why? Why all these? Rope divides by 3. Rope equals love. Why do all these uniting agents divide by 3? Because 3 is the number of God. 3 is the number of unity. God is passionate about unity. God himself is a united team of 3 people. God is love. God is 3 people eternally in love. And that's why the universe is so full of 3s, because everything that God does is an expression of who he is. And so when we come along and open this bag of Spitz and find that it has a Ziploc bag. Ziploc technology is what this calls in order to maintain freshness. Well, every time we Ziploc, we glorify the Triune God. Okay? Ziploc divides by 3, it equals 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. It's perfectly loaded with 3s. Okay, so now we're going to open the Ziploc and we're going to grab ourselves, what is this? This is a single seed. Seed, do the math on the word seed. Seed equals 33. This is basically the most important thing in the story of God as far as sustaining all life on earth is concerned. A single seed. Seed equals 33 because God is 3 people. And do the math on letters. You get a 24 plus a 9, 33. Seed equals name, equals the, equals banana. I have a poster up here reminding me of the glory of the word banana, which equals 33. Seed equals name. That's how king this is, number 33. You take the glory for the name, you take the glory for the whole thing. And the Lord gave me a picture in my mind as I was carrying all of these products and brands and names, really, of all these products home in my hands. That I had literally collected all the seeds by collecting all the names of all these products and solving all of them. We're collecting all the seeds that are going to birth a massive harvest worldwide of awakening regarding who God is, what He's been up to all these years, and how He takes the glory for everything in this universe using numbers. And how fitting that this is all related to Christmas. And all this stuff that I was getting is Christmas celebration chocolate and gifts, consumable gifts, food, for the celebration of Jesus Christ. So here we go. A single seed, remember the word single divides by 3, and seed divides by 3. So a single seed. Oh man. This takes me back to the Duggo. Delicious. To be honest, folks, I would actually consume these things. I mean, there were kids that would like just suck on them. Usually it seemed the most selfish and unappreciative kids were the ones that would just grab like handfuls of this stuff and like just swirl it around in their mouth for like 10 seconds and then just like and like spit them all over the floor and be like, yeah, spits, man. I would actually like savor these things, and sometimes I would just like wolf them down. Like I would actually swallow them. Yeah, you gotta get the crunch, man. That's what makes it that much more satisfying. Delicious. I mean, I enjoyed these since a very young age. When I was playing softball and t-ball, probably less than 10 years old, we had spits, man. And they're still as good as ever. Wow. And of course, if you do the math on the scientific name for sunflower seeds, like just the sunflower, plants, you'll get a lot of 3s coming at you for sure. Spits. Wasn't that an awesome solution though? Spits equals 90. In total symmetrical fashion. Beauty is symmetry. Never forget that. Anytime you can enhance symmetry by duplicating something, do it. Because beauty is symmetry. What a great mix-up from the chocolate. And of course, if you want, you can always look at the nutrition facts, which divides by 3. And the key word, of course, is enjoy. Enjoy divides by 3. That's one of my favorite words. Okay. So there's spits and beef jerky. I kid you not. I'm so happy that we just solved spits and beef jerky for the glory of the Triune God. I mean, if you want to bring something to the ball game, you got it right here, man. All right. What's next? We're having fun here. Oh yeah, speaking of nice finger food, how about Planters peanuts? Well, why are they called Planters peanuts? You know why. Because Planters divides by 3, and peanuts divides by 3, and I picked this one in particular because cashews divides by 3, and I love cashews. And almonds, I just got that one now, almonds also divides by 3, but I've always loved cashews. But the traditional phrase that everyone knows is Planters peanuts. I mean, if you were to present someone with this image and say, what is the second word that comes to your mind when I show you this image? Most people would spit out peanuts. Okay? Well, God is sovereign. Okay? I love solving everything. Planters, by the way, when you say 100%, that always divides by 3. In 3 plus 3 strokes. 1, 2, 3 strokes to write that. 1, 2, 3 strokes to write the % sign. And then when you say 100%, do the math on that whole 3-word phrase, 100%. Percent divides by 3 and 100 divides by 3. So that whenever someone says 100%, in 3 words it divides by 3 perfectly, and when you write it out like this, it's 3 strokes plus 3 strokes. Genius, because God is sovereign, and it's to the glory of the Triune God. So that no one says the word 100%, thinks it, reads it, or writes it without glorifying the true God. God the Father, Jesus Christ the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Have you noticed that all the world's false religions get the number wrong? That seems to be the absolute problem and the wrongness with all the wrong beliefs in the world. They simply get the number wrong about who God is. God is 3 people. God is love. You can't be in love unless you have more than one person. God is 3 people in eternal love. God the Father, Jesus Christ the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And all the false religions and all the false beliefs of the world say that God is something other than 3 persons. They say, oh, he's a solo entity. Oh, he's as many gods as we come up with. Maybe he's like 20 or something. No, the only correct answer is 3. And the entire universe screams it out so glaringly it's embarrassing. So let's keep going. So let's do the exact math. I love this because Planters is a big company. I mean, this is one item. But of course, I picked this off of a shelf that is full of this brand name. And that's just one shelf of thousands and millions of shelves all across the world. So God, 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 God. It's all for God. All for God. Oh man, you've got to see the glory of God in Planters peanuts. You've got to understand His manufacturing ability, His management abilities, His marketing abilities, His artistic abilities, His factory production assembly line abilities, His organizational abilities, His creative abilities, everything involved to bring these products to us at this point in history. It's all from God. The people that He ordained to be born. The mind blow. But it's all under one name. And you see how the name is so important because the name is King. I mean, look at how proud they are of the name. It's like on the top, it's on the front, it's on the back. Oh, glory be, 3 times. That just does seem to be the magic number everywhere you go. 333. I mean, when those jerseys on the sports field, they usually have the number on the back, a number on the sleeve, and 3 is because God is 3 people. So let's get happy here and do the explicit, let's find out what the explicit number of Planters is. And by the way, it's always in all capital letters because then you can count the strokes of the pen and get even more glory out of it. And the first thing that I want to reveal to you is that the word plant divides by 3. What a big word, to plant something, to plant a seed, to plant a field. Oh, it's a power plant. The word plant is so huge. I mean, all the plants. Hello. I mean, if you try to take the word plant out of world history, we wouldn't have any food. So, plant and then ers divides by 3. Planters. Whoa. So, does that say Mr. Peanut? Yes. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize this until now. I kid you not, this is a real-time gem. Mr. Peanut divides by 3. And that is the guy that's here. I just did the math on Mr. Peanut, M-R Peanut, as it is written on this side, on the top, and on this side, and on every canister and bin and container all over the universe. Mr. Peanut divides by 3. So we're going to do the math on Mr. Peanut. We're going to do the math on Mr. Peanut. We're going to do the math on Planters. And then we're going to do the math on the word peanuts itself. And then, of course, I love that we get English and French here. Never forget, don't you love how the brightest word on any new product is the word new? We all love the word new. We all love the word new. We have to try something new on a regular basis. So the word new divides by 3 in 3 letters, okay? It adds to 42, wow, which is a double of 21. Anything divides by 21, 21 is a simple set of 3s. glorifies the number 3 because 7 is the number of a set of like things, 3 is the star, and then you double that for increased glory. 42 is a double of 21s. It's all for the number 3. And then in French, the word nouveau divides by 3 as well. So God has kind of like a 1-2 punch on us for the number 3. Well, actually, he's got like several thousand. That's why all the languages exist. But he's starting us off easy here. This is awesome. So we're going to do the math on the word planters and the word peanuts. Now I'm just going to plug my video camera in just so the battery is